Hello friends, this is Node.js Live Table CRUD Operation tutorial series. And in this part, we will show you inline table remove data from MySQL table under Node Express Application. In previous part, we have already shown you how to inline edit or update MySQL table data under this Node Express CRUD application, and now we want to show you how to leave table. Delete data from MySQL table under this live table node CRUD application. Now let's start discussing this topic. So first we have goes to index.html file. And here in JavaScript code part, we have create one delete data function with id variable as argument. Under this function, we have to write if statement, and under condition, we have to write confirm function with message like, are you sure you want to remove it? So this message will be pop up with OK and cancel button. So if we have click on OK button, then if block of code will execute. Under this block, we have to write param variable is equal to id variable is equal to value of id variable. So here we have store data under this variable. Now, we have to write request variable is equal to new XML HTTP request object. So here, we have create new instance of this XML HTTP request object for send HTTP request to server. After this, we have to write request variable.open method with two argument. In first argument, we have to write post method, and in second argument, we have to write URL, so here we have to write /delete data root name. So this code will initialize a new request with the HTTP method, and request sent to delete data root. After this, we want to send the proper header information along with the request. So here we have to write request variable.set request header function with two argument. In first argument, we have to write content type, and in second argument, we have to write application/form URL encoded, so it will send the proper header information. After this, we have to write request variable.onReadyStateChange callback function. This function will be called when the state change, and under this function, we have to write if statement, and under condition, we have to write request.readyState variable value is equal to XML HTTP request.done value, and request.status variable value is equal to 200. If this condition true, then it will execute if block of code. And under this block, we have to write alert statement with message like data deleted, so it will pop up this message on web page. And lastly, under this function, we have to write request variable.send function. And under this, we have to write param variable, which will send data with HTTP request. So here delete data function is ready. Now want to call this function when we have click on delete button. So here in load data function, we have to write on click event is equal to delete data function, and in argument, we have to write result.id variable. So when we have click on remove button, then it will call delete data function. Now we have goes to server file, and here we have to create delete data operation. So here we have to write app variable.post method with two argument. In first argument, we have to write delete data, and in second argument, we have to write callback function with two parameter like request and response variable. Under this callback function, we have to write id variable is equal to request.body.id variable. Now we want to write delete data query. So here, we have to write SQL variable is equal to delete from sample data table, where id is equal to $open and close bracket. And between this, we have to write id variable, so this query will remove data from my SQL table. Now we want to execute this query, so here we have to write connection variable.query method with 2 arguments. In first argument, we have to write SQL variable, and in second argument, we have to write callback function with 2 arguments like error and results variable. Under this callback function, we have to write response.json method. And under this method, we have to write message key, and in value, we have to write data deleted. So it will send response to client. So here our code is ready. Now we want to check output in the browser. So first in command prompt, we have run this command, which will start Node server. Now here in the browser, we have entered localhost with 3000 port number. So here on web page, we can see that sample table data table has been displayed on web page in editable table. And here, we can see that remove button in each row of data for remove data. Now we want to delete this data, so we have click on remove button, so after click on remove button. Here we can see that one dialog box has been pop up on web page with OK and cancel button. So we have click on OK button, so after click on OK button, here we can see that data deleted message has been pop up on web page, and here on web page, we can see remaining data on web page. So this way, we can inline delete data from my SQL table under this Node.js Express CRUD application. So here, our inline table Node CRUD application tutorial has been completed. In next video, we will come up with new Node.js tutorial, and lastly, thank you for watching this video.